Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Today in the arena, we are going to take control of everything in a bizarre, preposterous way, and that is with a deck that has quad black and quad red 5-mana cards in it and has lots of them. Yes, we are playing Invoke Control with 4 copies of Invoke Calamity and 3 copies of Invoke Despair and no creatures. What the hell would be the point of those disgusting things? And no enchantments. What the hell are those? Nobody cares. Just winning with clean, pure sorceries and instants. And yeah, it's gonna be a fun time trying to make Invoke Control work. The meta has definitely kind of there's the Boros thing, which when it curves out, it can kill just about anything, which is why it's so popular. There's white, which is a lot worse for this deck because of the taxes. The taxes are absolutely brutal on Invoke Control, but with white going down and a lot of the mages switching to Boros, we face more Boros than white. And while Boros is tough, it's beatable. White is like Thalia, Redain. You're just like, okay, well, I guess I won't cast any spells. That was a good time. So I don't know. But where this stands, it's not a good anti-aggro deck. Don't pick up this deck expecting all your aggro deck matchups to be easy. Pick up this deck hoping to just make all those mid-range piles go, what the hell is going on? This is a deck that if your opponent plays Fable the Mirror Breaker, you're probably like, good, because I'm gonna get them when they tap out on end step to cast something like a big score, or when they slam their Goldspan Dragon. I'm gonna cast Invoke freaking Calamity, and I'm gonna put Invoke Despair on the stack, and I'm also gonna Strangle or Fading Hope or Duress a thing on the same turn. That's what we're going for. And then after we've stacked some treasures to the moon with the combination of big score and galvanic iteration, we play a galvanic iteration, and then we play an Invoke Despair, maybe even 2 of them, or we cast an Invoke Calamity that also casts an Invoke Despair and a galvanic iteration, and then it casts another Invoke Despair. And it's anyway, it goes kind of off with all the possibilities that you have, and you have them all at instant speed thanks to Invoke Calamity. You would think the mana would be a complete nightmare, but it's not. The Xander's Lounge in particular ties the beautiful room together. Look, they do have a nice rug. It does, in fact, tie that room together. And then the pathways, the chill lands, a high amount of them, even a Celestis and a couple treasures. It's not impossible to cast both. You do have to be mindful while you play your lands. Toilet gaming is risky with this particular deck because you put a pathway down wrong and you can't cast your spell. It's very sad. But how does the deck actually win? There's like no win con, right? Win con? Question mark? Question mark? Win con? Those comments have died down a lot, I think because creatures are so pushed we have to play them. But how do you win without a creature? Well, Maestro's Charm, 3 damage, each opponent loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. Prismari Command, 2 damage face. Burn down the house, devils go face. And of course, Invoke Despair goes face. You might think that's a pretty narrow win con to have to deal 20 with those cards, but don't forget, 3 copies of Galvanic Iteration, 4 copies of Invoke Calamity, which can cast them again from the graveyard. Yes, we're a burn deck. A burn deck built around really expensive sorceries and interaction. It is a bizarre good time meant to make other mid-range and control decks squirm, and it's very effective at those things. So if you want to win some of the grindier matchups of the meta and make control decks go, what the hell is going on? Have I got a deck for you? Just a reminder, I'm down in DreamHack Dallas at the time that I'm recording this. I'm going to get on a plane today. At the time you're watching this, I'm probably already there. And I'm there all 3 days of the convention. And the day after the convention, I'm doing a meetup. It's from 1 to 4 p.m. in the afternoon at Common Ground Games at 1314 Inwood Road, Dallas, Texas. So follow me on the socials. We'll be posting about it a lot there. Come out and play a game of Commander or two with me, or just say hi. And I'm not doing outros because I have to record all these intros today before I get on my flight. Whew. So it's a lot of work. So no post-game wraps. I will tell you the stats are about 50-50. You do lose a lot to aggro decks that go first. This is not a deck designed to come back from that easily, because honestly, this isn't a 2-drop. This is a 3-drop. This isn't a 2-drop. It's like a 5 or 6-drop. You're relying on like a couple of 1-drops to carry you through the early game. It just doesn't happen on the draw very well. But the mid-range battles, that's where the real juice is. So let's dive in, let the nonsense begin, and as always, you're cool.
Hey guys, it's me. It's Jenny G again. I'm just chilling here in my backyard. And I must admit, I am pleased with the subscription so far. So I'm gonna thank the newest members of Jin's Minions by reading some comments. We must quench Jin's thirst. Well, it's not the only thing we need to quench. I'm subscribed, Jenny G, I promise. Yes, like this. I think I may have wet myself laughing. How'd you know I like it wet? I'm scared of meme lord Jin Taxus. Please play pragmatic. It's prismatic, okay? Prismatic. 130 cards. If I find you, I'm going to complete you. Long-time watcher, never a subscriber, until now. Welcome to Jin's Minions, pleb. You smell like cheese. Anyway, feed my hunger. 169, 420. Jin G out.
All right, we go first. We don't have a play till the charm, but on the play, I think I can get away with that. On the draw, I definitely wouldn't. Got set up with a lot of red, but all of our lands here produce red, so it's pretty easy. Well, now one doesn't. Grixis Foretell. Reanimator, maybe? How's our deck do against that? Yuck. I guess I'll take Calamity, but no big scores. Okay. That card might bail us out here if it's allowed to hang around. Let's see if they have a Prismari command. They do, but they're leaving the Celestis alone. That stuns me. I guess they're setting up their big I reanimate something cool right now. Yeah, they've got it. They've got it already, and I don't have any way to deal with it in my top X whatever. It's just a kind of a disaster hand. Okay, they pick Kiri. Kiri? Kiri. There's a card. Okay, we're not out of this yet. That's pretty good. No 1-mana card, but we can instant speed to invoke a Despair here. Let's see what they do. They might try to reanimate Velomachus as well. Just you? Do we take 6? I think we do. The death benefit, they get this back, and they get to use their mana for the turn. I think we just take the 6. And I think what we're supposed to do next is Galvanic Iteration Big Score. Discard the Invoke Despair because we have 2 Invoke Calamities, which can cast Invoke Despair from the graveyard. And we might find something even better. Whew. This is such a bizarre hand. Such a bizarre draw in this game, but here we are. And there's a Strangle. I think we wait till their turn to do anything, but we have Galvanic Iteration, Invoke Calamity. This can do a lot of things. They're gonna Maestro's Charm their top 5. Okay, sure. Hullbreaker, Horror, Velomachus, etc. Just you, huh? Probably time to make this happen. Do they have all the different types so that they can instant speed, like reanimate a Hullbreaker Horror? Maybe they do. Alright. We go for it, though. We're not goofing around. Get him! Show him what's up. Another charm. Can we burn you out? I see 9. They're gonna try to bounce my treasures. Okay. Interesting, they didn't mill and get anything back. Okay. Graveyard, we've got a big score, and in hand, no. So it's only one thing. Or it's double Maestro Charm. They're gonna exile it if they take the Maestro's Charm from the hand, though. So maybe what I should have done in between is cast it. That would get more burn done. But I think what we want to do is this. And then we can cast another one. More lands than I think this game is going to require for turns, but we'll see. Okay, all the invokes have been found. Jinga taxes! Sure. Sure. It's not that hard, guys. Come on. One mana short of recasting. That's kind of cool. You want to try that again? I swear, it makes my opponents play badly. They're so thirsty to kill me with Jinga Taxis now. So we can duress them and burn down the house to make devils. We can duress them and Maestro's Charm them. Velomachus Lorehold. Okay, Maestro's Charm handles this. So let this resolve. And could also big score bounce, which I think is even more like, or burn down the house bounce to get the damage in. Which I think is even more like, I think they'd hate that. Because now it's not even in the graveyard. We're gonna start killing you. I'm gonna get you. Red, 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 red. Okay, just making sure I can still invoke Calamity if I do this. Ugh. I mean, I guess. Why is it so hard? Why is it so hard to hit those removal spells against creatures? But so easy now. They're gonna verdict away the devils. We'll try to pair that dress with an invoke sometime in the future. Hand, deck, exile, because we can cast it this turn after the big score resolves. Could also use it right now, where there's 23 cards in the deck, to try to hit an Invoke Despair and set it up with a Galvanic iteration. But I think we just try to kill him. We're almost out of Invoke Calamity, so we gotta burn him out. I see 9. I don't see 10. So I guess we keep waiting. Get access. I guess we'll use the Ray of Enfeeblement to get around it, but right now we can play this big score. My god. This is so bizarre. There's an Invoke Despair. Alright, find a Galvanic iteration right here. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Get him! I'll show ya. Come into my house. You will be despaired. Down with Jingataxis. You go first. Has removal. Keep. I wonder if I'm supposed to play this on blue or red, given the invokes in the deck. I'm gonna play it on blue. Might draw an expressive iteration. Uh-huh. Oh, look what we have here. Alright, off the top, land! Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Yep, this is about to get bad. Off the top, land! Thank you. Just doing it now. I've been scarred by too many Valorous stances lately. Off the top, land! Cool. Thank you, deck. kind of doing it for me now. We'll play the Celestis here instead of the big score. Set up for either Invoke Despair or Galvanic Iteration big score. Alright, they're gaining life, guys. I don't know what to tell you. We are a burn deck. I don't know if it can be overcome if they are to gain this much life. It could just life gain me right out of this whole situation. Oh man. Let's fire it up. It's kind of a win con, so part of me says save it, but we can also cast it from the graveyard with this deck, so maybe it's fine. Found the land. Add a line. Oh god. That can turn up the heat. It's a really good draw for them. Like we were getting a break for the last 2 turns, but the break is over. Adeline's here. Adeline is coming to kill us. Okay. That is a huge draw. And now castable. But if I cast Galvanic Iteration, it is not castable. Graveyard. We will take an Invoke Despair and an Array of Enfeeblement. And you stack them in that order. If you stack them the other way, it goes very badly for you. Hey, a Strangle. Cool. Something cheap that we can Galvanic Iteration copy if we need to kill some things. I guess our time killing things is done. We go first with 2 iterations and all tapped lands, but I'm going to keep it because it's on the play. And then hopefully we can hit some 1-drop removal spells for what I'm sure is just somebody who's going to be throwing things at our face as fast as they can. Because what else is the arena? What else could there be? I would love a good, like, battling a mid-range deck or another control deck with this deck, because I think it's probably the type of matchup it most wants to play. But we will never, ever get that. Okay, that's kind of slow. Like, this... Okay, never mind. Nothing about this is slow. I guess we Maestro's Charm whatever they play to try to grow these initiates and gets the counter off the Kakazan. And then next turn we have to iterate into land plus Strangle or something. Yep. So that gets charmed. Okay, land is drawn. Maybe I'm supposed to charm again. But the thing is, if they play another creature, another haste creature... Black because it hits the Despair. Yeah, we're going to charm again. We're just going to hope we can line it up on one thing like this Kumano, and that they don't go like Land, Sunrise, Cavalier. Okay, that's fine too. Let's see where they put this counter. They're going on one of the initiates, that's bad. And smart. Really clunky removal spells here. Not good at all. Why can't I draw 1-mana removal spell in a matchup where it's good? What is wrong with me? Can't cast it. There's a 1-mana removal spell. Hand... But not an untapped land to copy it. Just, a lot going wrong, but we're still in it. It's not over yet. And they're still stuck on 2 lands, so it's giving us a shot. Pretty fearless here because the... What's the card I'm thinking of? Valor's Stance doesn't save it. 8 life is not much, though. But now we have Invoke Calamity, which can get Maestro's Charm and Ray of Enfeeblement. Play around this Valorous stance by waiting till their turn. Can also Galvanic Iteration the Maestro's Charm. Let me go play with Fire Face. Oh god. Alright, Maestro's Charm may need to gain life. Right, see if we can clear this board. Maestro's Charm as a life gain source might still be the play, depending what follows here. That's the Valorous stance? Okay. So we could have played around that by using it at end step, and now we're at 3. With an Invoke Despair. And no way to kill this, really? If we play this for the gain 3 life mode and copy it, we can't choose to kill one thing and then drain the other. So I guess I need to hit, like, land 1-mana removal spell and then still cast this Maestro's Charm. And I think I just goofed up, you know? And we don't hit the land. Jesus. All we had to do is have one of these cards be a land, and we couldn't do it. We actually just couldn't do it. It hurts so bad. We'll make them have the Royal Eruption, but I'm sure they do. Yeah, that was a bad mistake letting that Valorous stance, that one of Valorous stance happen to me. I mean, we'll try it. We're on the draw, and we don't have a play till turn 3, so we could definitely lose. But eventually we face a deck that isn't just slamming the cheapest white creature that they've ever seen. I guess we play around Dwari Disruption here. And we have Duress in a spot where it's good. Nice. So, I think we just take the Expressive and fight them on card advantage. We've got Invoke Calamity versus Invoke Calamity. They play combo. We play Burn. It's going to be interesting. If we could find the one Fading Hope to hold open for when they try to set their combo up, that would be good. Alright, what do we grab? Let's grab the Score. They might counter it, but let's make them have it. I don't think they played very many counter spells in here. I'm wrong, but it happens. Now we can Invoke, which I think is the play. Duress and Invoke Despair. That feels good. Alright, so they still have this Calamity. We'll take that. And they have all this removal that won't really help them. They're probably as frustrated as I am. You draw the removal, the 1-mana removal in the matchup where it's at its absolute worst. But hey, we'll take it. Mid-range decks of the world. Please come play Magic with me. Surely somebody with a beautiful Xanathar avatar here, a purple people eater, is going to play mid-range. Jund, okay. Well, maybe even 5-color. But yeah, not frickin' aggro. Land go. Charming. Don't worry, untapped lands the rest of the way. Still nothing. I'm gonna try to scare them. Like, I could expressive here, but I'm just gonna hold. Like, what are we gonna do? Hit a land and then discard to hand size? It's not very good. Tracker. Okay. I do love this deck. Love me some tracker. Ooh, that's a good draw. It's back. The discard is a little tricky here. I definitely want to use this iteration. We could discard Burn Down the House. That's one of the good catch-up mechanisms against them, but it chilling in the graveyard is totally fine. But I want to hit this land, and I want to save this iteration. Nice. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Patience, patience, patience. We can go to 16 here. No big deal. Okay. Yep, tree folk. Cool. Makes the play something like this, I think.
I have other groves to tend.
And then, do we big score here? Or do we just hold for iteration? Iteration Invoke Calamity starts getting really crazy, right? Yeah. Let's start. So we played this iteration. Ooh. Ooh. We can do it. We can do it. We did the thing. Oh my God. Suck it, mid-range. What you gonna do? Oh, and we're ready to do it again in the future. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Oh, just one? Okay. Oh, it feels so good. There's so much despair in the air. No, Seeker's Chariot will save you. Might as well wait. Yep, might as well chill. Next turn we can Galvanic Iteration Invoke Calamity, but since we have two of them, we can Calamity this turn as well. Whoa, my graveyard! Never mind. Things just got real. Alright, so what do we do? In response to that, what do we do? Maybe we just invoke the pair? Invoke Despair? Man, 1 mana short. The other thing that we could do is play this and a big score. And then we're probably really set up for the next one. Actually, I think we can invoke Calamity after that. 1, 2, 3, 4 will be 1 mana short. Good use of the charm. Smart call. Think our land situation is fine. Chariot. Despair them again. Maybe I'm supposed to start with an expressive. What do we have? 33 cards. A lot of cards to go. Might find an iteration. Easy. Hand. Deck. Exile. Give the business. Now, if we invoke Calamity there, could we burn them out for lethal? No, we don't have access to the charms. We could have planned to draw into it. We could have also doubled it, right? Oh, we could have done it one more time. I got too excited. I got too excited, guys. But yeah, we could have played it one more time and they'd have been dead. But what would be the fun in that? My graveyard. Yeah, that'll show me. That'll teach me a lesson. You got my burn down the house. So you die? So much despair. I love it. And take your Valky with you. Alright, hand is too slow, right? On the draw, I'm supposed to mulligan here for a Strangle. But there aren't that many cards to mulligan, too. It really is like 4 Strangles, 1 Ray, 1 Fading Hope. So I don't think with this deck you bother. And if they just play aggro, you move on. We came for mid-range. Dang it. We're gonna find some mid-range. If you're just never gonna find a good matchup for your deck in best of 1, you goofed up. We goofed up. Alright, if we draw Strangle next turn, we have a chance. Well, they didn't play anything, and we did draw Strangle. But they didn't play anything. It's so bizarre. Try to make them respect a Jwari here, I guess. Yeah, the one time. The one time. And they just play nothing there, and then they play a tap land? Weird. It's very weird. We might have Valorous Stance here, so let's wait on this Prismari command. Alright. We're learning. We're learning from past mistakes. Or are we? Thundering Raiju's a card. So is Sunset Cavalier. Is this really the play we want to make in this spot? I think we try to Maestro's Charm their big creature. They definitely have Sunrise Cavaliers and Raijus. They didn't have a 2-drop. There's one. Every point can count, so I have to pay close attention. Could Strangle this and leave up Maestro's Charm? What does Strangle hit? Hits a number of things. Yeah, let's go like this. Because right now Prismari Command can also hit the Den, which they might play around counter magic for some reason here. It's very tempting to do so. Relic frickin' Robber. Well, Prismari Command also hits that. I didn't see that one coming. Chill, chill, chill. I think we have a shot here against Boros. Their hand was bizarre. And we got pretty lucky, but we'll take it where we can find it, right? Okay, so now all of a sudden they have 2 threats. Do we take this moment to cast a big score? I think we do. Expressive. Is this the play? If the treasures get burnt up, we're not able to cast an invoke off the top. But if we play this now, we can cast a Maestro's Charm and a Calamity. So I guess that's what we'll plan to do. Alright, from the graveyard here, we can Maestro's Charm and Prismatic Command, but that would just be kind of silly. I think it's Strangle Big Score. If they have the Valorous stance, we can respond with the Charm. We hit Ray, that's even better. Alright, just keep shooting down their stuff. Yep. So we really want to double spell and flip that back over. So let's start here. This invoke is pretty darn nice. Another invoke and a burn down the house. Maybe we just make the little devils, right? But if the opponent flips the Cathar, oh, then we ray it, and we keep the devils. All right. Alright, now the ward is gone. And in response to their trigger, it will let us keep our devil. We don't get our death benefits, though, if this Etching of Kumano is on the field when it hits. Okay. Slam another one, why not? See if the opponent just charges in. Portable hole. Oh, the technology. They really worked that burn down the house, didn't they? Every point could count. Again. Galvanic Iteration. End land. Perfect. Perfect. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Red. Mana is easy. From the graveyard, we want to burn down this frickin' house. 5 damage each. And we'll just decline. And then we will take... Big Score Expressive? Nothing that creates board presence. That's kind of scary. But we'll take this... Discarding this. And this. Already hit our land for turn, so this is just going to hand and staying in hand. Opponent's had enough. Got him. I think if I could do that last turn again, I need to think through this stuff a lot more carefully. But I think the last turn, what I would have done is use Ray on one of the creatures, the Brutal Cathar, right? And then burn down the house to make the devils again. I think that would have been better, especially in the hindsight that that we were going to hit a strangle off that iteration near the end, you know? Being able to strangle the Kumano faces Kakazan and then still have a board presence would have been better than what we did, which is wipe the board and then leave the board empty. 2 iterations on the draw with a big score and an invoke. I guess we have to mulligan this. It really does nothing till turn 4. And also it has none of the make 2 or 3 color lands, which can make casting invokes very difficult. This hand is a full-on trap. This hand's not a lot better, but we'll try it. Don't want to play this on blue if we don't have to, so we lead with this in case we draw Expressive Iteration. We can still play this on blue and use it, or we can play it on black to help us cast Invoke Despair. Looks like our opponent might be control or mid-range. Hall is definitely closer to control. Foretell is definitely a control tell. It's fun and exciting to play against people who know who I am, or maybe they just say hello because they don't know who I am. I don't know for sure, but in my head, we're friends. They are fan. They watch the channel. We're gonna try to have a fun game, but it always disappoints me a bit when they play that 1-mana 1-power creature. You know what I mean? Or that Kumano faces Kakazan. When they come out with Sanctum Hall the Storm Giants, I'm like, potential true fandom. Let's go. What do we do? What do we do? I think Maestro's Charm. Just try to set ourselves up. Another Invoke Despair is good. Get that Ray of Enfeeblement into the graveyard along with all those lands. Although I would have loved one of those double color lands. I don't know if leaving myself without much blue mana is going to bite me. It usually doesn't, but I'm a little nervous. We could go for the big score, but I don't want to counter it. I want to Galvanic Iteration it, so I'm going to try the Prismari command. Maybe they'll counter that. It's a little scary. Okay. Discard you, discard you. It's a good draw. It does mean we can't big score Iteration this turn, but maybe Iteration Duress is the way, right? Maybe. Wow. Hateful. Weird deck. They can't cast their Wandering Emperor or their Farewell right now. Farewell can hit graveyards, which can be a problem, but I think I just take their Deluge. Try to leave them without ways to come back at me, and then hope this isn't a Saw It Coming. Probably isn't, but could be. And go at them with the Despairs. What you got? Okay. Okay. They've hit their spots so far. They even got around that Galvanic Iteration, which was a bit of a tilt. But we're gonna try it again. How many you got? Good lord! Oh my goodness! 2 countered Invoke Despairs, and now we're on watch because they have another white source and they can Farewell the graveyard. Okay. I guess we do this on their turn. Or when they tap out for Wandering Emperor. Wait till they make their choice.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me. Keep watch for intruders.
Could play the Invoke Calamity here and hit him with Invoke Despair and use Duress. Duress could hit the Farewell. It's pretty good. The problem is we're drawing 1 card off the top, and that's all we get. Feels like I need to find a way to take more advantage of it. They might not hit the land for the Farewell, but they might have a counterspell. But we could wait till next turn and try to do Galvanic Iteration Invoke Calamity. Is that too greedy? I guess we can always do this in response. They've already played 3 counterspells. How much more could they have?
We've got the edge in this fight.
Considering how bad they are in meta right now, and these people are near the numbers, they can't have that many. Okay. Cool. It's a lot of land. It's a lot of land. Hold on. So we do Invoke Despair now, and then we Ray of Enfeeblement the 3/3. And then with the next one, we do Invoke Despair Duress. This means they can't sacrifice the 3/3. They have to sacrifice the carry. Let's see what they do with it. They lose their Wandering Emperor. They can bounce my treasures, or they can mill 6 and get a card. So they're going to mill 6 and get a card. They milled another counterspell, thank goodness. Let's see what they grab. They'll probably grab Devious Cover-Up. The carry is what makes them nervous about it. Yeah, they get Devious Cover-Up, so now we can duress it. Move. We're on the move, baby. Okay. So, 2 farewells, 1 cover-up makes it easy. And pass. Another Invoke Calamity, though. If they farewell the graveyard right now, but that's probably not the play. They're digging. They need more counters. 4 of them in the graveyard. I'm going to guess that they couldn't come up with one. Maestro's Charm. So Invoke Calamity right now can hit big score plus nada. It's pretty rough. And then our opponent's at 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can get them to 3. I think we tried this. Just see if we can draw something good. Wow. Okay, hard mode. Definite hard mode. Do we just chill? I guess we tried a Maestro's Charm into another Galvanic iteration, but I think there's only one left. Easy. Never didn't have it. But we have to wait a turn. Hopefully they don't play Duress. Will they go for Farewell Graveyards? I don't think they've got the guts. Okay. Is this lethal? We would need all 4 of the Maestro's Charms, and we only have 2. So it's not lethal. Unless we find the right stuff. Despair. Despair. Again? Charm? Do we do it again? I suppose? I mean, we found most of the cards we can find that are any good, right? They did nothing with this turn cycle, so on end step, I think they're going to... Yeah, on end step, they're going to go for the Memory Deluge, and then we Galvanic Invoke them. I should have put the Maestro's Charm here, because maybe I could cast it after the Invoke at instant speed. Let them make their choices. I don't think they'll play anything with the 1 black mana. I have 18 cards left. I'll have to pick some pretty good things. Do we say go and let them try to farewell us? Let them commit that mana? I think so, actually. Feels kind of bad, but I think this is right. Tough game. Ooh, and also if they foretold a Saw It coming just now, they can't cast it this turn. They foretold twice. The chances are good. All right. Galvanic Iteration. What you got? Really? Too many black sources. My bad. All right. I guess we burn them out. Empty board versus Invoked Despair. It's gonna be hard not to get burnt out. What do you think? They got another counterspell? That's the last Saw It Coming, right? It's the final one. Alright, we'll go for the Invoke Despair then. Potentially lethal. They can't Wandering Emperor to save. Easy. Never didn't have it.